of the NBA preseason. We know you've missed your hoops, and so have we. So let's get to it. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And, of course, they're still without Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and Kevin, that deals a major blow to this team. And now the identity may have to change with him not in the lineup. Not even sure what that identity is going to be as of yet. But of all the guys to lose, he's the last one you wanted to see go down.
Impossible to replace a player of his magnitude. Certainly not with one guy. This is going to have to be a collective effort.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, the fallout from the Nets trade with the Celtics in 2013, of course, is still being felt all around the league, and GMs are very reluctant now to surrender first-round picks unless they receive major league talent in return. Nobody out there wants to be embarrassed, Kevin, on or off the floor.
Yeah, some lean years in Brooklyn, partially as a result of that transaction. David, as always, thank you. Doris, coming off an active offseason, what's the best way, you think, for teams to integrate new faces?
Well, I think the most important thing they're trying to do, Kevin, is obviously build chemistry. And some of that is about trust. And what you have to do is go through many repetitions, learn each other's tendencies, get comfortable with one another. And that's going to take some time, certainly.
You need some leadership in there, too, to kind of help build that trust, don't you?
No doubt about it.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Josh Richardson. Embiid is out there with Horford. Then there's Harris. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position. For three, Harris sinks the triple. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Now here's Prince following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Harris against Prince. Jordan kicks to Dinwiddie. Just 4 to shoot. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
No good from Simmons. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Harris against Prince. Outside Irving. Pass to Dinwiddie. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Harris.
Boy, they wanted to hit the ground running today, but it hasn't happened. Just 1 for 5 from the field. And look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Over to the left wing. Dinwiddie's shot is off. From deep, Richardson off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Right, you like the mindset so far, Greg. If you give them room to drain it, they'll do just that.
Brooklyn with the ball. Philadelphia able to drain the three. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
In tight windows, you have got to be confident and on point. Spencer Dinwiddie, really good job in the pick and roll.
Here's Simmons. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
To the wing on the left. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
I'll tell you, that's just great body control, even when he's getting bodied up. Nicely done, Spencer Dinwiddie. Well, think about it, guys. Last year, Spencer Dinwiddie, a little bit of a breakout year, right? Stepped in for the injured D'Angelo Russell and helped the Nets stay competitive, proving to be a big-time scorer.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Doris Dinwiddie's so good at finding a play to make, even when it seems he has nowhere to go.
Well, that quick first step opens up space to get into the passing lanes. This guy makes a lot of jump passes, but seems to get away with it.
Now here's Embiid. Another three for Philadelphia.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Inside, and so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Prince against Harris. Goes up on the wing.
Well, we love Al Horford because he's an effective two-way player. His attention to detail on the defensive end paying off.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
So much tenacity. Really tries to outwork everyone around him. Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that three-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
On the wing, Irving. Over Simmons. Irving's shot is good.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
And Irving comes to help, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. It's the Nets now. Down low, here's Allen, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Richardson's got 8 points.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
Korkmaz checked in for Richardson. Back to Jordan. It's tipped. Embiid with the steal. Shoots from 12. Here's Horford. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. He won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
If they ain't got a price to pay, California on my license plate. Last year, they didn't like the fact. Had to get it on my phone. I couldn't get it on my phone. You can get it on my phone. Don't stop me, no. Brother, I'm gonna what you claim. Way over than I play.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. He's coming off an excellent season. 5th in assists, 8th in steals, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. Jordan dishes to Irving. Unloads. Korkmaz grabs the miss.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him.
He dishes it to Simmons. Prince against Embiid. Over Prince. Allen with the rebound.
Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers leading by 5. Pass to Simmons. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Simmons. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it has always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back to the Lakers Showtime era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, Showtime-type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
And Embiid drops them both. Or is this Brooklyn team, they've been playing more up-tempo the past few seasons.
Well, this is a team that has been amongst the highest-paced teams in the league the last few years. They have a roster that excels, Kevin, in open space. And you have to, as a fan, I think, appreciate the style of play.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Korkmaz, still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 to shoot. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Simmons. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the 76ers lead by 9. The Nets shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. To the inside. Short and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
Brooklyn shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good, Jordan.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Here's Korkmaz. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now the pass to Simmons. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including the soft mid-range jump shot.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Outside Jordan. Addition out to Dinwiddie. Right side Irving. It's good. Irving's got 6.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Simmons against Irving. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best efforts.
And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall, but he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
That's good from Simmons.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Getting their first look, a preseason look at the 76ers here.
Yeah, and no doubt this is a team that gave them a lot of trouble last season.
The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. 5th on the list, Ben Simmons.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Simmons. No good from Irving.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Now here is Harris. There's the feed to Simmons. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Prince against Harris. To the paint. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Wide open. That shot off, and Brooklyn will come the other way. Here's Dinwiddie. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the night.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 9. Another miss by Philadelphia. Here's Dinwiddie. Feeds to Allen. Here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Ben Simmons.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
So So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, of course, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
The things Kyrie Irving can do with the basketball are just jaw-dropping. Doris, a gifted ball handler.
Well, he will go down as one of the best dribblers to ever play the game. Creative, consistent, quick with every move. He is fun to watch, Kev.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, Uncle Drew will go out there and do his thing, won't he? Kyrie Irving, an exceptional player. And in fact, if you ask other NBA players, he's one of their favorite to watch.
Here's Korkmaz. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. No good from Simmons. Simmons against Irving. He kicks to Prince. The three. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 4. Passes it to Korkmaz. 6 on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes. Horford's got his second basket of the game.
See, to me, you have to take away Al Horford's airspace because he's a great shooter in the mid-range.
Allen outside. Kicks it to Prince. Back to Allen. Stolen by O'Quinn. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Over Prince. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go. That's their philosophy.
14 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Outside Irving. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie. He feeds it to Jordan. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Korkmaz. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Simmons.
Boy, you got to love the defensive effort, contesting that shot by Kyrie, just trying to frustrate his man on the defensive end.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia, setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more in store for you right after this. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
Preseason in the NBA, and it's great to have you with us. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
they're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end, just continue to put pressure on.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, you've got Kyle O'Quinn. Burke is out there with Richardson. Then there's Horford. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. For Brooklyn, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
One shot.
That's good from Irving. The 76ers leading by 5. Burke with it. Pass to Harris. Over Irving. Harris's shot is off. Harris has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Harris looking it over. Here's LeVert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
And he makes the first. Nets trail by 7. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process. D.A., thanks.
You know, I think the defense is thinking, I don't have to guard him on the line, but that's just a matter of whether he could knock it down, and he does.
Unloads from 13. And it's off the back rim. No good. The 76ers leading by 8. Harris kicks to Horford. Now here's Burke, covered by Irving. The pass to O'Quinn. Here is Harris for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They're fortunate to be in front, given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
That bucket in no time at all. LeVert's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Inside. From 8. Harris, good. Harris has got 7.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Now, here is Irving. He's tightly guarded. It's stolen by Harris. And here is Burke. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Pass to Horford. 8 feet away, and it goes down 2 points. He has 6.
Wow, come on now. If Al Horford, if he's this close, the D is toast.
Steps back and fires. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Yeah, kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Timeout called the Nets.
Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Tobias Harris. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
And with Atkinson and the Nets, he said it feels like the team is a starter.
Right. Atkinson has taken a more hands-on approach with the team. He works out with the group. He does weightlifting with them. He wants to build the idea that the team is striving towards something together.
And Brooklyn has possession following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt. Over to the wing. Rocket 6. LeVert the pass to Bertans. Misses the three.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Harris outside. Richardson against Harris. And Allen with the block. They retain possession, but he gets it back. Oh, Quinn can't hit.
Good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Here's LeVert. Dishes to Irving. It's good, and it's his sixth make against 11 attempts.
Okay, how about the great body control by Kyrie Irving, one of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Here's Richardson, so it's Richardson with the jam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up a dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
So it's Brooklyn now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pulls up on the elbow. No good off the front iron. And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. 9-point game. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Now here is Harris. 7 points in the game. Unloads from 13, and he drops that one in. And now an 11-point Philadelphia lead.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the middle. Out to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's LeVert. Burke covering. A nice shot by LeVert.
Well, Karis LeVert can fill it up from anywhere, but this guy is a terrific mid-range scorer.
Harris against Richardson. Out to Harris. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That is his first foul of the game. Caruth is checked in for Allen. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Burke looking over the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Left side, Harris. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Thursday, they'll start out on the road and play the Lakers in Los Angeles. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. So I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Here's LeVert. 5 points in the game. Tipped away. And stolen by Scott. Passes it to Richardson. He kicks to Burke. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Richardson. Over Harris. Richardson, no luck. Nets trail by 9. Irving from long range. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got 19 points.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the 3-point shot for some extra offense.
Caris LeVert, a player who executives knew had potential, Doris, but they were scared away on draft day.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, the 3 foot surgeries early in the career had a toll on that. But let's remember, the Nets took a chance, and he has more than shown with the ceiling he has what a good decision that was.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
The other bench deflated because that was a rough sequence for the defense. They hated to give up those points, but did nothing to stop it.
Here's Irving after the Sixers pick up 2. For 3, Harris, and the Nets another 3.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy 3-pointer.
Pass to Scott. Kicks it to Harris. From outside the arc. That shot off. The Nets go the other way with it.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy. And he's lost his feel a little bit.
The 76ers leading by 5 to the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Irving up top. Burke covering. Outside Irving. Lock at 6. Irving double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the 76ers now. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the pass to Embiid. It's Richardson on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. That shot is off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Harris against Richardson. Harris finds Irving. Irving double team. To the right side. All sorts of time. And it's LeVert missing.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh boy, that's 2 on him now. And if he gets a 3rd foul before halftime, his playing time is going to have to be limited for a bit.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Harris. And the 76ers also making a change. Simmons is checked in. Here's Richardson. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Irving surveying the floor. That's tipped. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Bertans. Richardson covering. Shot from 12. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Here's Burke. There's 49 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Harris. Simmons trying to get open. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake and then off to the races.
Bertans kicks to Irving. Pass to Dinwiddie. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Irving missing. Richardson gets a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Richardson's got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers. Here's Dinwiddie over Richardson. That's tipped. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 11. And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere. Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
The NBA preseason action continues here on 2K Sports. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
Thanks for being with us as we get going here once again. A preview of the upcoming NBA season ahead. Allen is out there with Prince. Then there's Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Nets trail by 11. Right side Irving over Simmons. Irving can't hit. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Harris kicks to Simmons. And the pass to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
Now here's Simmons. He kicks it to Horford, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Horford's got 10.
And Simmons is just the total package. I mean, a player that can really dish it to his teammates.
Irving against Simmons. Pops it up for Jordan. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And he's good on the 3-ball. 16 points for Tobias Harris.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Irving kicks to Allen. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Pass to Irving. To the middle. Here's Allen. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. He has 6.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Harris against Prince. Harris passes to Simmons. Over Allen. No good from Simmons.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Irving against Simmons. Prince wide open. Offline with his 3. The 76ers leading by 15. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Simmons. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Dinwiddie. Richardson cover. Passes it to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. From deep. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Jordan. And a wide open look for Irving. Off target from outside.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
On the wing, Harris, guarded by Prince. And it's good off the back rim and in. And that's now 18 points for Tobias Harris. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 17. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
Well, he has got to be the only thing they're discussing in this huddle because the approach they've used on him has been a disaster. Changes need to be made. I don't know if it's a double team, switching matchups, but something's got to be done.
Making a switch here. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Andre Jordan is second.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Brooklyn with the ball. 17-point game. Here's Irving. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we know this. Kyrie Irving on any given night can give you 40 on the offensive end. What a special talent.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. The shot's good.
Physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
He was all alone on that one. And that's 21 points for Tobias Harris.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Allen's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I call Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
And that one, good.
Can't guard that. You can't guard that. Kyrie Irving is an all-star for a reason. Wow.
And Simmons kicks to Harris and stolen by Prince. Top of the key, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Prince. Irving's got 27.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Incredibly reliable as a scorer. He's always looking for ways to help the team succeed. It's happening again tonight.
Jordan finds Irving over Simmons, and it's Irving missing. Philadelphia leading by 18. Simmons on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Irving against Simmons. Over Irving, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
The 76ers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Korkmaz is checked in. Good on both. Doris, this term +6 coming into the lexicon describes a player whose wingspan exceeds his height by at least 6 inches. I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, well, we can think of several players who fit this description of the +6. Electric young players like Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, the claw. The claw extends to his wingspan as well. And then Draymond Green, who in the fourth quarter defensively can seem like a player who's everywhere at every moment.
And the Nets with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Harris outside. Allen passes to Harris. 4 on the shot clock. Prince in the corner. There's the 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Prince has got 5 points so far.
Boy, nice stroke from downtown. Got it off just before the defense could react. That's his specialty.
Pass to Simmons. Over Irving. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And it's 13 points for Ben Simmons. Nets trailed by 21. Irving kicks to Prince. Jordan inside. Embiid's there. Harris drives in. Fires the 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The pass to Korkmaz. Here's Horford, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
That one drops for him.
Guys, how good is Kyrie Irving at shielding off defenders and getting the soft shot up on the drive?
Covered by Irving to the inside, and the layup's good off the glass. And that's 15 points for Ben Simmons.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Outside Jordan, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his third foul of the game. Carew just checked in for the Nets. Against Simmons. Baseline J on the way, and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
Jordan against Embiid, and they double up Embiid. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Brooklyn now. Guarded by Harris. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That'll be his second foul of the game. LeVert's checked in for Prince. Harris outside. Lock at 6. Jordan kicks to Harris. Irving for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got 15 points in just the second half. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Simmons. Plays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 17.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 34.
A brief check now of the stats for Embiid. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 23 points per, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 16, and that one's good. Korkmaz.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in the second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in. Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And in that matchup with the Pistons, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Now here is Harris. Again, the Nets for 2. Philadelphia leading by 20. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Horford. Here's Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. 18 points for Joel Embiid.
Well, Al Horford is so impressive as a passer. A big man who can dish it, so valuable.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here is Irving. 37 points for him. Clock at 4. Beyond the arc, and it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
And so it's Philadelphia holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, G.A., you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the young stars Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. Richardson is out there with Burke, and it's Korkmaz at the small forward.
The evolution of Kyrie Irving's game continues. Magnificent with the jumper.
Now Burke. Simmons on the wing. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Nets trail by 20. Irving with it. Shoots over Burke. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Richardson. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, you know, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective. Now here's Jordan. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
You hope that's a wake-up call for the defense, boys, because you give them that clean a look and it's over.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. And here is Harris. The jump hook. Here's Embiid. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Burke kicks to Embiid. To the middle. Here's Simmons.
Gotta admire the hard work by Simmons. A genius at drawing contact.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 18. LeVert the pass to Jordan. Here's LeVert. Harris outside. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. Tips it up, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
What instincts this guy has on the glass. Has a real knack for getting in tight and always being ready for the tip.
Richardson against Harris. Here's Embiid. Second chance shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Davis Bertans checks in for Brooklyn. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Scotty's checked in for Simmons. And Embiid drops them both. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Harris kicks to Bertans. Passes it to Dinwiddie.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The 76ers leading by 18. Richardson dishes to Scott. Over to the wing. Here's Burke. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Now here is Harris. Left side, Jordan. 5 to shoot. Fires top of the key. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Burke. Back to Harris from the arc. No good on the shot. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Caruch passes to Dinwiddie. Chalk up 2 there.
A great size at the point guard position. Dinwiddie fantastic getting into the paint and making the defense pay.
Burke kicks to Harris. Buried from 15 feet out. Harris has got 25 points.
Just deadly from mid-range. He's got such a great feel for that shot.
Harris outside. Doris for both charting game action and improving player health. The players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. Here's Embiid following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Burke.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. That one is no good. Nets trail by 17. Outside Irving. And a miss there on the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Nets have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Prince against Harris. And it's Prince penetrating. Again, the Nets for 2.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Burke finds Embiid. Now Harris, guarded by Prince. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid, the pass to Burke. Bucket is good. And the 76ers lead by 18.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Al Horford is checked in for Scott. '76ers on defense. A nice shot by Irving.
He is just self-willing, this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Burke kicks to Embiid. Now the dish to Horford. Pass to Burke. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops. one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's an 18-point game. Kicks to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Allen finds Irving. Over Burke. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Irving's got 43 points.
Boy, the shot clock near 0. There is no doubt Irving is connecting there. He seems very assured in low clock situations.
Now here's Embiid. Back to Burke. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Burke. Burke hits them both. Here's Prince. On the wing, Irving. It's Jordan on the wing. Guarded by Embiid. Irving's shot is good.
No defense right there for that shot from Irving. Release so quick, especially off the pass.
Inside. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Here's Embiid. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Allen. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Allen slams it in.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Philadelphia calls time here. Presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. Even though they're ahead, he said, these guys are capable of catching fire. They can score a lot in a little. I don't want to see anybody easing up until the final whistle, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Jordan. 76ers getting the bucket. Got a piece of it.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Good on the bucket. Richardson's got 6 in the quarter.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Philadelphia leading by 18. Now here's Burke. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from Allen. Irving kicks to Prince. On the wing, Irving. Burke covering. From 11 feet away. Another shot. And Jordan with the layup.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Now here's Burke. The pass to Horford. And here is Harris, defended by Allen. Prince against Harris. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And Philadelphia making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Nets trail by 16. Outside Irving. Over Simmons. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Irving's got 47 points.
Yeah, there isn't a bad shot for Kyrie Irving right now. His offensive attack is so versatile.
Pass to Richardson. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
At the line for your Nets, Kyrie Irving. At the line for 2.
Shot.
And that one falls for Irving. Some changes for Brooklyn. Davis Bertans checks in for DeAndre Jordan. David Nwaba comes in for Taurean Prince. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Burke. He's covered by Irving. Outside, Scott. Passes it to Korkmaz. Over Harris. Korkmaz, no good. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Harris kicks to Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing. Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Al. The coach mentioned he wanted to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Did you think you guys had the intensity to get that done?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. To be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Great road win tonight, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that concludes this inaugural preseason game. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.